Okay, I'm going to do another opening. I'm it's late again, so well, first I'm gonna kind of try to like speed through it, but I'm guessing everyone said to do longer videos, or they won't mind if I do. So I guess I don't necessarily have to go super fast, but I kind of will. So. Cause it's Korean, it's not like it's a new set where we really gotta like pay too much attention. We already know all the cards, so let's get into it. I'll start. It doesn't really matter which one I start off with. And excuse, if not just the possible backdrop like the table and stuff, because again impromptu setup. So this is a different one this time. Actually, it's not even the same one. And I'm sitting here kind of like trying to make sure the table got all the friggin' like I had a drink on it and stuff, so now I'm like, darn, like I don't feel like going back in to go get like a whole napkin and stuff or a Lysol wipe or nothing to wipe it down. So now I'm like debating. I might have to though. I ain't got no people. I'm like in the garage too because it's late right now, and like usually like it's just like a bunch of just like noises either from the house or from outside. So I'm just like, you know what, let me like freaking just try to find the most quietest area. And I was gonna do this video earlier out here, but I didn't feel like I'm gonna have to just go get a napkin or something. Hold on. Okay. Um my fault, yeah, that had to get handled really fast. And oddly enough, this is like a wood table. I'm um I'm trying to get this shit dry real fast and shit. I'm trying not to whisper like my freaking I called my mom because this is, perfect time to, I guess, break all the stories down and stuff. But I was planning on doing that, but I didn't know if it was going to be necessary. I'm trying to hurry up and get to this video, y'all, which y'all see me, like, kind of in the background, trying to make sure everything is dry and stuff so I don't put a card on, like, a sticky spot or something. And the table wasn't even, like, nasty, but it's just this like, I don't want to call it cheap because I don't know if it was cheap or not. It's not even my table for real, but it's it's like a little like TV dinner table or something like that, and it's not really. I don't think it was made to really like put stuff with any form of sugar on it. So now I'm just like, oh shit, like this is really bad right now. Anyway, let me just get to the video and I'll just let that dry. And I try to avoid that area. This side is pretty much good. It's just the outsides of it, probably from it being just old and between dust and the drink that got on it. It's just messed up right now. But all right, anyway, let me get to the video because I'll take long enough and we'll get right started. Open this box. They are not these boxes are not friggin' again, they're not sealed or nothing when you first get them and stuff. Oh, I was gonna tell you, I'm trying not to whisper like Kim. And I was gonna say that they I'll break down all the stories and shit while I'm opening these packs. I ain't gotta explain nothing. So friggin' they cloned me from Kim and my twin sister. That actually is almost a whole another story. But just know that I got a twin sister, and I'll tell y'all that for right now. But clone me from her. Chris had us. Clone both. Excuse me. That's what I was trying to say. Clone both of us from her. Chris had us. The government basically went to Chris and had her have all of us as like these. Damn, now the pack is making more noise and louder than I am. And basically had her have friggin' like these super kids and shit, like CI, literally CI experiments. And oh wait, hold on, actually, I forgot to show y'all. It came in the mail. Don't forget that this phone is it's a Casio watch. On kind of more with a plain Jane look instead of the iced out one. I told you I lost my iced out joint, but I could get another one. I just had another one, the same watch. Let me get this camera angle better because my hands is halfway awkward, and this table ain't supposed to sit like that. It's wide because freaking Oh wow, off the rip, off the wow. It's why because Polly. It's why because friggin' I got it sideways and I don't friggin' I can put these right here for right now. These are so unimportant, it don't make no sense. I'm good. The comments are what should I put? Oh, that was a very good question. Dang, I'm just stalling. Come on, I could put it right here next to me. Perfect spot actually. Perfect spot. Where did I leave off at? Lost the other watch here. That's a long story, kinda. I can explain that another day or something, or maybe later in this video. Got this one. Then I was talking about CI. Oh yeah, so boom. I can talk about all this cuz being the freaking. I don't want to call me an experiment, but you know I technically am. So, I'm gonna say probably not 1,000 times. I'm gonna try to stop, but as I'm doing all this, I'm looking at like mad stuff, trying to make sure I don't knock nothing over. I'm trying to make sure I'm in the camera angle, so it'll take me a little bit to get right, but I'll be good. Anyway, being who I am and CI having shit to do with it and shit, I talk about how I feel. Cause like I didn't ask to be part of this shit, so the fuck am I keep a secret? You feel me? I ain't signed up to keep no secrecy and shit. But anyway, they let alone they don't care. They on my side of shit. But people can't talk for again the same reasons probably y'all do. I said again, but I told that to some people before that might even know me from Facebook or something like that, or in real life in some aspect aside from this. You feel me? But yeah, this is gonna be a little bit of an awkward angle. Y'all probably won't see my legitimate hands opening the pack. I'm just I'm 6'6", 6'1" type. So by the time I'm doing anything, even if it would have been normal, kind of for somebody else to do it, it's just gonna be a little bit more of a challenge for me. So I'm not crouching or hunching this time, but I'm still same principle almost. I'm still kind of leaned over trying to do this. Arms just a little bit longer. It's just between where my legs are, how the table is, and where my arms got to be at for the camera and stuff. It's a little challenging, but it's okay though. So yeah, Chris had all of us and stuff. Everybody is an experiment. No, and I can tell you this again. This is the family secret. Aside from me and my sister, but Chloe and Rob is not our real brother and sister. I don't believe. I'm not there to find out every single fact about all this yet, but from what I can put together, let alone from what people can see and shit, but what I can put together from like facts and stuff, they aren't our actual brothers and sisters, but they're like our half brother and sister, I think. So I guess it's still counting shit. And yeah, so if you can't tell by my face, I think I might have deleted the video that explains it, because I'm just like, it's probably just a lot for some people. And that's not the problem. If it was, that's because I can understand. That's why I'm trying to like slowly break down the story. I could probably do it in like 20 minutes in a gist, but so I just kind of deleted it because I'm like, I don't want people to like feel like I'm gonna make sure these cards are like kind of more in the camera angle, so it's more aesthetically pleasing and stuff. Because I don't want to friggin' just be yammering through the video and y'all don't really get like some type of what's it called. So all of us was experiments pretty much, and they had us to fight this. This is what I didn't want to bring up yesterday, but this is what I will bring up now, because people are scared to talk, and or I'll say as much as is needed to explain, because I'm the one on this side. This is why I'm here, without explaining the religious parts of everything. And I can explain more about the experiment thing and stuff like that if it doesn't make sense. But just know that, like, you see him, and excuse me, not him, but you see him. I read the wrong box. I don't think it was the other one. And the story and the privacy in the story and all of that. All these cartoons are based off of me and stuff. So as we watch video, now this is another point that might be a lot for people to process and stuff, because it's just, I remember where I'm at, but it's a lot to explain. So I might do this a few more times as far as kind of hearing. Anyway, they make the cartoon and you get a Tim. You wonder why the name is a Tim. Well, my real name. I don't know if y'all know it or not. And it's not that I won't tell you or don't want to tell you. It's just I don't know if it's probably better to just keep my identity overall secret because you know how this. Now, this is where I left off real fast of explaining what's going on and stuff like that. Everybody can see it because everybody is watching me and/or at least Oh, I was gonna say real fast before all that. If this tape was a little bit dirty, please excuse me, y'all. This was like a friggin' another impromptu thing. I did not feel like going to like buy friggin' was it finishing the shit to make a wood table look better and shit like that. I didn't feel like getting all of that or trying to even find it in the house. We just gonna take this table as it is for right now. I gotta get another camera set up because I'm really just ghetto rigging some stuff with a real cheap tripod I got. It works good, don't get it twisted, but it's cheap though. So, cause my other ones, I had the normal one everybody got with the friggin' the ring around it for the light and stuff. I got one of them. It wasn't like a super tall one or nothing like that. It was like a regular, just you stand it on like whatever. And friggin' if the camera comes out of focus a little bit, all I gotta do is that and we good and stuff. Also, I use an editing app that probably won't always give you the is if you see it like a little bit fuzzy by any means, don't think it's my phone or the video or the processing app or whatever, the editing app, I mean. It's probably your Wi-Fi, and I meant to explain this before even thinking about it. I remember where I was at in the story, but because my camera, if you didn't look up the specs of the phone and stuff, the camera is like it the where the camera is, any other like phone or whatever usually doesn't do that, but it kind of like pops out so you can see like there's probably technology there, for it to be the camera that it is, and it has like this different, it's like the iPhone 17 where like the camera part pops out. It's like that on my phone and stuff if you didn't look. So as you're watching the video and stuff, like you see that part right here or whatever right here, that's perfectly clear and stuff right now. Or if something goes out of focus for a hot second, because it can just catch it immediately, or I can just like wave in front of the camera and it goes right back like anybody else can do. But mine's, I swear, this focus is like crazy, so it just does it immediately. And if you see me doing that, I was gonna say just know I'm making the camera focus back in the center because it starts to focus anywhere. It's kind of like whatever. See, it's kind of fuzzy right now, right? If this records the same way, and then I can go like that, and then it clears it up. So if the video itself though isn't completely like 1080p instead of 1080 or something like that, or 4K, I guess if you're watching on a 4K phone, that is the not check your internet, but it's probably your Wi-Fi that can't process the camera's data because it's giving it so much data at one time that if you don't probably have like top-notch Wi-Fi for the bit rate and the frame rate, which goes with video emulators and video games and stuff, the computer gaming basically, it does the same thing pretty much as far as relaying a video to your phone the same way your computer would play like an online game or something you side loaded. That's why it's not really called just booting up the game. You have to side load it. For people that program games or have supercomputers, they understand the other reason why, but I'm explaining to you like the more literal reason. That's Fusionist, I think, and all these cards in no time. Or he talked to me giant. I said hit a time. My fault. I think I just got a hit a time earlier and didn't even realize or whatever. Anyway, yeah. So it takes a minute to process all the data that the video already processed, because you can get the majority of the video, like it's buffering or something like that, like, you feel me, and then it might fade out. But that's if you got like medium internet. If you got real fast internet, you probably don't even pay it no mind. But and also it could just be like the first hour or so by the time my video was processing, because it took way longer. It took about the same time a 4K video would have took to upload that it took then it took this one to upload and stuff. So and the process from the app, let alone my editing app, and to upload to YouTube. So I already could tell that it was probably gonna do that. I didn't know the specs. I didn't know what it was gonna look like from online, because I didn't know the technology for me to guarantee. See, like, I couldn't guarantee what it was gonna look like because I didn't know this technology yet to know. And there's no like stance or standpoint I can understand it from a science, from maybe there's a lot I gotta explain and break down because I could probably just say it for y'all and stuff, but a lot of shit is it's gonna come off like I am the most fucking like I don't know, like Merlin or somebody or something like. So nah, yeah, the phone technology is a lot for internet to relay back immediately, possibly. So if it's a little bit fuzzy, pause it maybe for a second, or whatever. It'll go into focus and shit. I'm not really tripping on that part, but don't think that like my friggin' my video app one is like garbage. It might not process it as clear as I see it on here, but it was still pretty darn clear. I'm just thinking like maybe because it's YouTube and they just getting used to this camera technology that it just doesn't, it won't immediately play all these type of videos like super duper clear like it's supposed to. But eventually I'm pretty sure if it's any technical errors to where it doesn't necessarily, they'll get right on it and they'll fix it and just probably upload everybody's computers to like a new 1220 or something like that, or upload YouTube's friggin' IP or URL to like a 1220 and just say it's 1080p or something like that, and you would never really notice it, so you can process it a little bit easier type shit. Unless you got a supercomputer that got like 4K capability and you got friggin' like whatever RAM and the friggin' the resolution on the monitor is crazy. So unless you got all that shit, it might just barely give you a little bit of fuzz. Just give it a second, it'll process. Anyway, so boom, Chris had us all. They brought me here. I'm not gonna add the religious part, but you could probably figure out the rest without making everybody fall out and stuff. This is again, hand moves. Look at real person. Item. I guess relic to the show. Did it again? My fault. I got it sideways because I don't want it to fall like backwards. It's gonna fall less likely if I leave it like that. So yeah, now as of course Chris had us, but no, I'm not supposed to be. I am OJ's and shit, but oh yeah, OJ Simpson. Yeah, they didn't necessarily I think they was together. I haven't got no verification on none of this shit yet, so I'm pretty sure Chris or OJ was together after Rob and Chris was together. Once I was born in '95, which funny enough, we doing this like on my birthday and stuff. This is the second part of my video I was gonna do yesterday. It's the morning of the 24th, early in the morning, like 4 in the morning type. And I was gonna do it last night, the night of the 23rd, or yeah, because I did the other video the night. No, I never forgot. Let me say it like this: the morning of my birthday. Or was it the night of? Yeah, the night of my birthday. I don't think it was the morning. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm just mixing it up because my brain is trying to think of so many other things. I was gonna do another video like the same night of my birthday, so it had to been like the night of the 22nd. I'll go back and look at the date. Whatever friggin' the next night was, I was supposed to do this video and shit. It would have technically been like still the same night or whatever the fuck. I can't remember if I did that video like the morning of my birthday at night or the night of whatever the fuck. But anyway. So they had us in '95. We got basically swapped at birth and shit to fake families and shit, which plays into everything that, like I said, everybody sees of like the simulation theory, NPC theory, and all that. People acting weird and shit nowadays. If you notice people acting weird, just stay away from them without me having to explain too much. Just don't be around people at all. That's the best thing I could tell you without explaining the whole story right now. I'll break more down, but bring me here to fight this this opponent, shall we say, that I was supposed to face. And they swap us out so that we can basically live like normal people's lives. And because of the adults, most likely, because it ain't the kids, the adults that was in the area that I would have been residing more. Oh shit, they got like American 13 on there. I didn't know that they let or their numbers in Korean was like, yeah, all right, that's cool. They might have just did it because it's Yu-Gi-Oh or whatever. So in '95, y'all know what happened with OJ in '95, the trial and shit. So around about that time, that trial honestly could have been fucking fake. Nicole and that white dude might be alive or some shit. I don't know. You feel me? This is just I don't say my speculation. She might actually be dead, bro. And I don't know if that nigga did that shit or not, but we gonna go with he didn't because that's what the case ended up saying and shit. You feel me? He beat his case and that's what we gonna fucking stick with. He ain't did the shit. So, and again, if you see, the OJ trial and shit and you not hip to, I guess, murder? I don't know how else to place it. Then yeah, it might kind of alarm you that like, oh shit, like that nigga dead, possibly is a killer. Meet me. I say that much. Just being dead ass serious. Now, more or less on the joking side, but also being serious. Nah, look at it like it's possible that shit was fake. That's the best way I could put it without trying to like traumatize nobody real fast and shit. But nah, OJ, as far as I know, probably was an okay nigga. He's recently passed away, but as far as I know, he wasn't. I don't think he was a bad dude, but everything over there is so sketchy because again, this is the reason why I'm here and shit. So I found my sister in life, granted, by good graces of so I'm just kind of just again not knowing none of this stuff at a younger age. So I'm chilling. I'm a regular, like I'm a real regular like I could talk really really how I want to for real. I know, but for whatever reason, I still kind of try to keep it a little bit family friendly. I'm trying not to scare people because if you don't know me, then everything is just like holy shit. But if you know me, then you like yeah no this is him. This is so and I still got people as like in my city that don't like talk to me. Aside from anything that might have been prior workplace relations, I guess. Whether it's on the sides of work or the sides of just they knew me from like I don't know school or some shit like that. People ain't too much. What's the best way to say it? People are kind of just fucking scared of me on either side of whether you know these stories or you know me from prior years. It kind of just goes the same way. So I'm kind of sitting like, damn, like I got to deal with either hate or fear, and and the hate is fear at the same time. But at least with the just fear, it don't come with hate, if that makes sense. So yeah, OJ, and then on top of that, we're all experiments, and there is a bunch of like, how again, I'm trying my hardest not to like knock these packs over y'all. But like if I do this shit like this, trying to open the packs like dead in y'all face, I fuck around and knock this whole little ass table over. Like I'm a big nigga. Like I'm not really genuinely at all a small dude. I'm if you see me, I'm more skinny I guess than I am like fat I guess. But I'm not I'd have like nobody fat. You can tell by my wrist. I don't really got nobody. I haven't been eating or else I probably would. Like I'd be like a chunky the chunky skinny nigga. But other than that, like I ain't been eating super duper good like I usually do. Not for really specifically bad reasons or nothing like that, but just I ain't been eating like I normally do and shit. So I'm used to cooking whole meals and shit and like grubbing and stuff. I can cook my ass off. So yeah, nah, that shit happened. OJ, Chris, don't know exactly who our parents is because they done like made us with like multiple people and shit. So, I'm not gonna say you might see it happen again in Hollywood. I fucking hope not, cause that it would involve me, and I don't want it to, cause it'd happen not under my consent. But nah, friggin' I don't know if Rob and Bruce might also be like my partial fathers. So I, if you ever were to like actually see like I guess the whole image of me, maybe you might see one of them or something like that, or you see how red. Or no, because that would be Kim. But I was gonna say because you see how red I am, you probably think like, yeah, nah, he might be part Rob too. But if I'm not, then um I genuinely probably wouldn't know. I mean, OJ is kind of tall, I guess. I don't know how tall the nigga is, but I'm sure he's tall. So I'm skinnier and shit. So I'm thinking more or less the way how I know my stamina is. Bruce won a fucking decathlon. OJ was a running back, and Rob was a lawyer. So between me not playing football but having endurance like a motherfucker, I'm like you know what? I don't know. And the same way how Bruce, he said, Caitlyn now, but we don't fucking subscribe to the kids on and shit. We whatever. But so yeah, you got me processing all of this shit on top of all. I'm trying to hurry with these pad my phone. I'm trying to process all of this shit as a human, more or less. Like not because I can't process it, because like now this is your blood family this is directly your problem instead of beforehand when it was my family and y'all might not have known this part that we was close we were before I knew all this stuff. But we already was how we kind of are now and shit. Oddly enough, then you find out one random day. I'm literally sitting in this same fucking. I'm in the garage right now. I was in the basement, but there was like this freaking the sub pump in the back is going, and I'm like shit. Like I'm not about to sit here and either one wait for the shit to cut off, or just try to dance around the fact that I could hear it. I don't know if it would have caught a video, but I'm pretty sure. So I was like, let me just go out here real quick and shit. And there's no cars out here. This street is mad busy. So like I was out here earlier and I was gonna do the video, and friggin' it's just mad cars all day. I could have went in the back and stuff, but I didn't feel like it. So I guess I just ended up waiting until now, which is not the worst thing, but So the whole CIA shit bring me here to fight, problems and shit that's going on in the world, because they didn't really have any scientists, so they kind of had to go with, let's just say, prophecies, and they had to bring Pharaoh here. So along with the cartoons and stuff that I appreciate y'all if y'all like them, the jump forces, and I just picked up 2 pads on that jump force and stuff like that, and watching the Yu-Gi-Oh battles, and I correlate them, of course, with the real life stories, so it kind of gives you like a if not like a brace for impact, more or less just the actual story without you having to like be too there's some ambiguity. You can wonder if it's real or fake, but everybody pretty much, aside from the battles that may not happen because of whatever what a master doing shit, aside from that it's pretty much all real. So as I battle all of this bull crap as far as people, and you might see them acting weird, and I gotta figure all that out like a scientist, not just like not like a scientist, but just like a scientist, just kind of have my own spin on things. There was no science involved or known to like the world yet as far as how to do what I'm doing. And I'm not gonna, again, this is just a part I just don't need to explain to the average person, not maybe like the Yugi tubers or nothing like that, but the average person they don't even need to know shit. So but if you see people acting crazy, let alone, like I said, stay away from people. Don't watch electronics and shit like that. Stay off your phone like that. Stay away from the TV like that, the computer, everything. Stay away from any and everything that possibly has anything AI. So that means even your television is, excuse me, just don't fuck with nothing that has anything to do with like anything for real. If it's electronic, just kind of stay away from that shit. You can still watch what is like people. These are good people, stuff like that. They got good energy. Don't involve yourself with bad energy at all, or at least just avoid it, because it's people are like genuinely actually losing their minds. And again, without mentally traumatizing the average viewer that might just be here just for these cars and they ain't got the mental space to. I don't say they I don't say they should or shouldn't, but if they ain't got the mental space to process all that, just because they like, I ain't gonna be able to like, get up and be his adversary, or if not adversary, his I guess accomplice. I can't think of another word or a better word for it right now, but I ain't gonna be able to positively process this after. So let me just try to not, bring myself there mentally, because this is just a lot or whatever. It ain't for me because, like I said, you get, without bragging and without having to try to explain that story, without explaining this one fully. Um, y'all know I got another life of I guess if you call, I don't say if you call this fame, but if I'm famous in this world, I got another life that y'all probably don't know who I am, but everyone in Hollywood does. And this is where I can break down a little bit more of the story better, because I'm realizing I'm talking to real people right now, like a dub, but I'm saying, um, so it's kind of different for me to be able to explain it. Hold on, I gotta fix the camera angle just a little bit because it kind of fucked up. That's probably my fault. So it's fuck. So it's let me just fix this shit first. I'm trying to talk and do too damn much. Motherfucker was a little piece of, like, what's it going to black and shit. Whatever the fuck I was saying. Damn, I forgot. Oh yeah, no, I can. This is where I can even get a little bit more comfortable, because until at least that bit that it was a CIA shit and they brought me here to fight this crazy ass problem going on and shit. So that much, right? Okay, the Kardashian part. I'm somebody. Let me explain that now. So my music career, I ain't got to shorten shit up. Basically, what I'm saying, my music career, um, I'm gonna explain the whole thing, because if not, then y'all might have missed so much. It's been 10 years now. You feel me? I started making music in 2015, and my first tape, I was up out of here. Not let me not even say already. I had a music deal, immediately, right as soon as the tape drops, and then I could be lying. No, I'm not. I'm not. It was the first tape, but let's act like it could have been the second one. Regardless, though, my family is on the other side though, and they like we got CIA and shit, so like they could probably hear me doing this video if anything, but if not, then they can like have an agent probably fucking walk down the street. I'm fucking doing my thing on and shit, and just whatever it may be, like CIA can do some shit. So between the CIA, government, FBI, like all that shit we got, everybody cool and all that. And government is the reason I'm here. So them being them being the reason I'm here, it's not like they to any surprise of like me having to I guess go through the notions of trying to help their asses, let alone solve this problem that I got to solve. No, without even I guess really wanting to. If I didn't want to, right, I gotta solve regardless. So I'm stuck solving this shit, and while I'm still in my regular city, not with my family, or don't got nobody to that's else is famous to, like, maybe call a nigga, be in this video with me, for y'all to at least realize like this nigga's not, he's not making this up, nor I'm not, but like he's not tripping, or he's not even giving us any full facade. It could have been, I swear, pick your favorite celebrity, they could be sitting right here, as long as it ain't motherfucking Kanye bitch ass, motherfucking like one of them niggas that might have been one of them girls. Other than that, pick your favorite celebrity. Like I could have had them sitting right here with me and shit. But and fuck around, they could one of them could hit my phone as soon as I get done doing this video. It's not so much of who ain't a part of my life, because everyone knows me, but they can't fucking talk, because like they love me so much. And the same reasons of why y'all probably can't talk and stuff like that. they stuck in the same situation. So they like, I'm trying to speed through these, but I'm doing kind of better than I was the other day and stuff. So we can do this box probably in like 45 minutes, do the other one, let's hopefully in 30. I only got one hollow right now. So yeah, I'm trying to make this story a little bit like fun for y'all too, as much as I'm talking about it. I believe this is Hinatama right here, but Hinatama sounds like a magic card, and I can't remember what this one is called. They all in Korean and shit. It's hard to remember that shit. This is like these things right here. I think this skull, skull servant. Again, see, hard to remember when you're not looking at shit. Excuse me. Sorry about that. What was I talking about? Hollywood, yeah. Or either way, everyone knows me already like 10 years ago when I first dropped the tape, and I don't know this shit, right? So I get like D-list famous kind of, right? Like I got like credentials in places and stuff. But like as soon as the tape had dropped, I had got a deal that I just never went and I didn't go and talk business with them in New York. They probably would have flew me out there or whatever, or I did have a ride set and shit, but I ended up saying nah, cause the business didn't seem right. So by the time it didn't seem right, and this is like 24 hours I'm talking, like they like, yo, you come out here like tomorrow type shit. Like I'm like, shit, like I'm all the way in Western New York. They want me to come to New York City and shit. And they got like a nice setup wherever they at and shit. They got like a studio where they granted, whoever I promise you, whoever, this is the point I was trying to like make a point of like, don't think of like, oh, he knows, whoever, that's his friend, and he got, his females, I cuss, his bitches is whoever his bitches is and shit, and fucking, he's just living his life. He got me, like, nigga, there is no reason, there's no nothing explaining why I am, let alone still here, why I am not getting spoken to. So over the years, I kind of understand. Oh, I'm trying to put these cars away and shit. That's like kind of in my way. Over the years going shit, I'm understanding like people probably just can't talk. They fucking care about you and shit, and they just nervous or whatever, which I was right about. But here's the thing though that kind of got me fucked up was like, I'm like, oh shit, like at one point people could talk, right? But the ones that could talk wasn't part of CIA, and CIA was telling people probably not to talk to me for the most part because like they if my family had came and got me right then and there at that second, great, I go home. But I think that they had it was some bullshit, and this is what we dealing with now, me having to turn around and now be at the lead charge of the government of making sure like I may not oversee motherfucking like, everybody taxes or some shit like that. But as far as like presidency or whatever the fuck, this is another aspect of the story that I gotta add in, but you probably already know if you know me. It sounds crazy, but this is, again, dude that's just in this regular city still. I ain't like rolling in dough right now. It ain't even like as lucrative as it was when I was first selling Yu-Gi-Oh! Cause when I got back into it just recently. Again, we know the market messed up. Totally 1,000% my fault. Not even gonna sugarcoat it at all. 1,000% my fault. But it's fine because I'm not hurting for the bread. I could still, find people that need whatever they need. So I'm not gonna sell major product right now. Go try to ball out and get like a case or something and try to resell it. Like, no, I'm gonna just grab a few of everything here and there, try to see how, I'm giving away business tactics, but please follow. This is why I'm gonna continue to say something, because even if like other businesses listening, like businesses that I wouldn't like as people, because there's really terrible people in this fucking world. Like there is horrible people, and this is another reason. This is the reason why I'm here. But without scaring somebody, I'm a leave that part of the extra stuff that I'm not gonna explain out and explain it in a more, I guess, simplified. I didn't explain y'all the science, but everybody in Hollywood kind of already knows, let alone what's going on, because they over there, everyone talks to everyone and shit. Like, so, I talk to Kim every day. If not, every day, then she's like the only person I talk to. My sister, I can't talk to. My twin, I can't talk to right now. She, the love. Between Courtney and my little sisters, the same thing. And Kim is like, if anything, I'm cloned from her, so we just alike. And let alone we love each other, we already been super fucking. I don't know how to explain it. We just been like mad close over the years and shit. For all before I even knew like. So it's a crazy story and shit. At least as far as like the like how wow it is. Like cause okay, it makes sense, right? I get famous. Me and Kim end up having like our our, I don't want to say relationship because it's gonna sound weird to y'all, but our family's our family, and we ain't really like uh tripping on how people feel about how we are and shit. It just we just this you probably if you see us, you like that's just how the fuck they is. Like they ain't nobody tripping on nothing. But I gotta kind of like censor how I'm talking to y'all right now. So like keep in mind that like yeah, it's my family and shit, but like I still grew up seeing them not as my damn family, so like it's hard to explain like how we are, but we do have an amazing relationship though. We do, and got to know each other at least as far as like all the years we might have missed over the years. So it's not like we really tripping on the 19 because I was 19 when I made the tape and shit. We wasn't tripping on the 19 year we missed over the now the 10 that we spent together. But I just ain't been there, and she technically ain't responded to me. Like we talk, like I can when she can respond, I see that she responds and shit. So she just trying to let me know at that point, like she ain't like nuts in the fucking head and shit. Cause some people be bugged the fuck out. I'm not gonna say like obviously not her or nobody in my family or anybody we know per se, but like um it could come off like people being facetious and shit. So she tried to let me know that like she fucking obviously sees my shit, but um between me having to let her know about shit about what's going on, that way I can kind of let the government know things because I ain't got a direct contact with nobody in the government or anybody that'll fucking respond. Me and Kim talk all the time about everything, so um I'm trying to correlate this story back to what I was saying with everything. So through the midst of us figuring, she's helped me figure it out. They can't respond to me, so in the midst of both of us figuring it out, but I'm like kind of like just trying to lead the charge as far as everything because this is science that it's not in a book anywhere, so you can't just figure it out. I have to do special things like generally pull out the pharaoh's powers and do things to understand the things that I can't understand. So it's not anything I can even tell somebody like, hey, um, go Google this and then do the homework for me. That way I can do everything else I need to do. No, I gotta make sure I do that and then text them, let them know what's going on. Then they'll let me know back what they can and shit if they can elaborate on it. Cause it's all like a figuring out. It's not like okay, here's let's find out who did this and then we go we can just go and holler at them and shit. And figure out from there after we assess the people how to try to fix this whole problem. It's not that simple. It's more or less you got to figure it out first, then go and handle some shit. So it's like I don't know how necessarily to like break down everything, but just know that it's a process and shit. So we kind of go back and forth trying to figure this shit out. They'll let me know everything. Um, I just say it. I ain't gotta keep holding shit back for y'all. And I'm trying to like really, really talk, but I'm realizing at the same time, like this is a fucking lot for somebody that don't know scratch. And if you know me, then you know everything pretty much, cause I ain't like a closed book at all. Like I'm very, very open. And then there's some shit that like, even the celebrities, I'm like, damn, I gotta kind of like hold this shit back, cause like they already can't speak. I don't want to never leave. You feel me? So um, all the bitches that y'all see online that ain't with nobody, nothing. And again, I'm fighting. There is an enemy. So just out of all the cartoons you ever watched and saw and stuff, remember that in life you're probably gonna see you're probably gonna see villains and shit that You would not think people have the terrible minds that they do, but people have really, really like not sick. They mentally sick, if anything, but they have real like sick minds. So yeah, just again, stay away from people and all that shit. Like on a serious tip, like protect your energy is this like the name of the game and shit. Boom, the bitches, if you don't see them with a nigga, it's because they with me. They just scared to say it, and I don't know why when it's like the world already knows. I'm like the most viewed person in the world, and they block my views and stuff. So if y'all get on my YouTube and you see that I ain't got, but I think I told y'all this before. That's why I didn't bring it up or any other time. You see, I only got like 5 likes on 5 views on some shit or something like that. Just realize it's probably at like 500 billion or something like that. Without like lying, like trying to over whatever the fuck the word is called without trying to like overestimate. It's probably close to that shit, like 50 billion, some shit like that. Who fucking knows? Like, they blocking, the government blocked my numbers and they call it legal. But anybody knows it's illegal. And a lot of stories that y'all see, don't pay them attention because they're fake. They're not, the stories aren't real, they're fake. They, if y'all hear cars passing and shit, excuse me, because it's getting to be ridiculous. I think it's like closer to morning time and shit, so I gotta try to speed through this. If the cars get too bad, I probably try to like go back inside. But anyway, I'm gonna try to drown them out by me talking too. But it's even better that they start to dry, because that way I could talk a little bit louder and I ain't feeling like I'm being like fucking facetious by yelling and shit. But no, I can enunciate more is what I'm saying and shit and talk a little faster. So boom, and I know the reverberation in here is crazy. That's why if you caught me probably talking a little bit lower, and I reference Kim, because she'll, if you notice, she'll do that in videos sometimes too. And she even had to say it like, we don't be trying to do it. She says she don't be trying to do it, and I know if I end up doing it, I don't be trying to do it. So just know it's not like us trying to be cute or nothing like that. Shit genuinely is just how we talk sometimes. If you catch us not, person to person talk. We talk like regular people, obviously, by the time it's another human and shit, but recording these videos though. Yeah, so boom. All of that shit happens. You get here, you gotta figure all that out. Now we figuring it out. Got the government on the side, got fucking everybody on deck and shit, knowing what the fuck going on. And now, all right, this is where the whole story got broken down to 47 minutes pretty much. And your understanding of everything going on pretty much that you might, if you just glance at whatever the fuck and you don't really know what the fuck you might be looking at for real, just know my hands is on that shit, and it most likely, unless it's a motherfucking something bad, the fucking the politics and all that shit, that ain't us. That fucking ain't us. That shit is so bugged the fuck out over there. I can't even handle it. If I was to beat all them niggas in the Shadow Duel right now, in the Shadow game, I swear I don't think I'd be able to banish the evil that friggin' rids they fucking minds and shit. I swear, like, these are some real riddle with evil people. Anyway, yeah, so I'm trying to remember where I was at in the story and open these packs and remember if I bought a hollow or not. So forgive me for trying to remember where the fuck I'm at in the story. Bitches with me and shit. That's what I was getting at to explain a little bit more, but I forgot to explain more. I'm trying to brag and like, all right, to be from Beyonce to motherfucking whoever. This is why it's so hard for me to explain the story. Names of my Taylor Swift, yes, fucking I don't know. I can't think of everybody right now. They all at the crib. They sitting right there, probably listening to me fucking make this video and shit. They can't speak. So when they could and shit, I ain't gotta put out fucking, exactly who could. But when they could and shit, shit was sweet and all that. We got our relationship, but we don't. But we everything is still understood at that point. And even though I'm still here and they over there and I'm supposed to be over there and they know I'm supposed to be over there, everything fine and shit. I'm not knowing of the CIA shit at the time. I just find this out like probably like not that long ago. it wasn't that long ago I found out that my family. That was like out of all the shit that done happened, I gotta explain to y'all more. Y'all don't even I can't even explain half of the stories probably just on on here. But let me open some more packs. This box about to be gone, so like it took me what like an hour to open this box. I'll speed it up for the next one. And why all these damn 40 packs? I'll definitely speed it up because I was doing too much talking. Watch this. I can do these in like probably 5. So boom, anything you might see that is let's say you see, I gotta use it again because I can't think of shit off the fly. My brain is in too many places at once right now to try to think of a good example. But if you see like a B and a Jay-Z, they're not even together, y'all. These are the lies that I'm trying to like mentally like be like, damn, I don't know if I should. No, they're not together. They never have fucking been. These are the serious lies that Hollywood would tell y'all, not her specifically, no. But you get to these labels, you get to these business people, you get to these friggin' places of business and realize that these ain't business people. These is like real rotten ass, like I don't know what to call them. So you get them lying to them about, hey, let's have this new up and coming rapper. This is Jay-Z still, but he ain't today's Jay-Z, and this is still Beyonce, but this ain't today Beyonce. So you give, I think, how old would she have been back then? I think she'd have been 19 when they got together, something like that. You take, 20-year-old Beyonce or something like that, compared to maybe today's, and she probably won't do that motherfucking shit. But, back then, and you convincing her that you about to be saved, not saved, but like you about to be like, ain't nobody gonna holler at you but till Jesus get around and shit. I'm pretty sure this is like the lie they telling them in order to convince them to do it, or else like it starts out as a good look, and then between CIA getting people fucking clones. Yes, there's clones. There's another aspect I'm trying to wait to break down, and gotta break down other bunch of story beforehand. You see anything that look kind of half-ass weird, I got my hands on it. That's fucking clones. So don't pay this shit attention. The fucking clones is not reliable as fucking people right now. Is all I'm fucking say. And yeah, so you'll see shit like a clone of B with Jay-Z, and they aren't really together. You probably have seen the real Beyonce in recent years, but I wouldn't say look for her, the real one, within the last probably 5 years at least. So we've been together for about like 5, and we don't start this out me knowing that they really wasn't together. Oh shit, I got cards in this bag I didn't even open, my fault. Not knowing that they ain't really together and shit. So by the time I find out, I'm tweaking. What? There's extra shit to go on with that story that I ain't gonna burst nobody motherfucking, motherfucking secret bubbles and shit. But other than that, niggas know they got me motherfucking mad and shit. That nigga know he motherfucking got me mad. Anyway, let me motherfucking explain my story though. You don't see B around her. You don't see B around him. It's because they ain't motherfucking together nowhere, and she at my motherfucking house. And now you probably gonna see a clone now with the nigga because. But if you go in recent days, you don't see pictures of them. You might not really usually see that, but I'm still saying, like, if you wondering why recently, it's because of that fact. And now back to what I was explaining to initially explain that part. If they don't say nothing, it's because whatever nervousness they got and shit. So if you see a Beyonce with Jay and she's not, because he already know and shit. If she don't say nothing, it's probably just she's nervous. Is what I'm trying to say. It's not the government part or people trying to like keep you secret or nothing. Like they just can't fucking say nothing. So when they could speak, we wasn't tripping on like, let me get this nigga here and make sure, because the ones that could might not have been able to. I'm sure they had like bread, but it take a lot to try to like do certain shit sometimes, So get back to around about these times, like this, recent time and shit. And now we all kind of just sitting around waiting for somebody to be able to speak to a nigga and shit. But oh shit, I'm bugging y'all. I didn't even open this shit. Look at it. I swear I didn't move the car, but I seen it was how. I'm like, fuck, I'm about to put that shit down. I'd have missed that shit and had to go back. What'd I get? Left leg. See, I did that shit again. Ain't that funny? Let's see if we get fucking what's it called. I wouldn't have been able to like fucking whatever and shit. And I've lost that LOB fucking blue eyes and that other left leg, whatever the fuck, out that other box a long time ago. Again, I lost my whole inventory, let alone forgot to ship the ones that I might have still had like somewhere, in like a binder I might have had or whatever. But I don't have them specific cards and where that binder is gone. I had lost it. Long story short. And just left that shit in the wrong place and shit. I knew not to leave that shit because it was not necessarily safe though, and it didn't get stolen, but it just was like like it got thrown out type shit. Like it just got moved and it wasn't supposed to get moved. So long story short, I didn't get that shit back. It's a long story. I don't even let alone need to explain. I don't even feel like explaining that shit on camera. So just know that binder did get basically thrown the fuck out. Yeah. So that left leg right there is a new one. It's not because I just fucking I swear I wouldn't have known I had that card and I'd have cut this camera off and shit later on. I don't know. This is a new pad. Yeah, it was a new pad. I'm talking and trying to do too many things. Here the car is my fault. I'm talking and doing too much shit. So yeah, you got the bitches that could talk, and if you wonder why I'm still here, them reasons. Turn around and you got maybe a Taylor Swift, she can't say nothing, but like now it's too late, and now the bitch that could speak can't speak. So I'm not even mad at whoever. I'm like, fuck, ain't this about a hold on, let me open this in front of y'all. My fault. I'm like, ain't this about a bitch? Like you would be still in your city. I ain't in no danger, no. Like I said, people know better than to play with me, so I ain't at all in no danger. It's just it ain't smart to be here still at the level of fame, man. And people know I don't keep it secret, but I also don't go around like waiting for somebody to say nothing. Cause people out here don't say nothing, so I'm dealing with it on a weird aspect level, and I'm dealing with it on like a okay, I understand, but type of level. So I'm trying to tell people like I had to tell y'all, like I swear I'm the most normal person, and like Dark Magician, there we go. Got him. I knew I was gonna pull out of the box, and I was just sitting here waiting. And I was gonna say something to y'all like, watch I get Dark Magician out of this one because I got Blue Eyes with the other one, and I didn't call it. So here goes the Dark Magician for, let alone for about to be for sale. Probably if it doesn't sell, it'll just be in my binder and stuff. So Dark Magician. And if you thought I got that left leg out of that binder, I didn't pull a what's it called. Let alone I didn't open 2 boxes ever before LOB. I don't think I did. I really don't know. With the rappers and shit, a reason why I be mad at Jay-Z, the rappers and all the other famous people and stuff like that. Name whoever your favorite celebrity, rapper, whatever. They cool or whatever and shit. There's probably some things I don't mess with, but for the most part, everybody cool and shit. So I'm trying to say like they cool, but they can't talk neither. But between them two, now you're saying like, damn, like the dudes can't even say nothing. I don't know what to make of the situation. Like, this is crazy. So you kind of just half-ass walk knowing who you are and half still living your normal life that you lived before any fame. And you on top of the world, Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson, not to quote Jay-Z, but Mike Tyson levels of fame. And you still in your normal city. You'll still catch me walking to the store, going to get a black, a blunt, whatever, some cigarettes, a lighter, anything, a Red Bull, whatever the fuck. You still can't be walking to the store, and this is how much I ain't worried about God. Well, I don't. Yeah, cause I posted my my Yu-Gi-Oh page link on my Instagram, so people probably can watch this page, and if they from my city, probably watching me and shit for just whatever, something to do and shit, but. So I can walk places. Ain't nothing gonna happen to me. So I'm just like, I guess I'm all right here, but 10 years is a long time for anyone to wait on anything. So you manage, you find ways to wake up every day and kind of just get around the fact that shit's still my fault about this camera angle, y'all. It's not the worst in the world and shit, but I'm trying my hardest not to knock these boxes over, which I don't got no other room for them nowhere. And even if I do move them or whatever, I still got this little ass table to worry about. And this shit is gonna flip over on me if I try to lean the wrong way. Not cause like I'm just too heavy for it, but I'm too heavy for it. Plain and simple. It's not built for nobody to lean on this shit. So I don't want it to just everything to just boom. Like, oh damn. So because of damaged cars, that's why I wouldn't really give a darn about the possible price of them. Not these Korean ones, no, I ain't gonna lie. This darn magician could crumple right now. I wouldn't even care. I'd be like, you know what? And the dudes and stuff in Hollywood, like I was saying, they fucking, some of them bugged out, but most of them cool. So there was that problem too that they kind of let me know, and that's the reasons why I'm here in the first place. That I was with my family. I'll go to a trap hole. I knew this was gonna be a comment, and I had the pack. Like, you can see the pack under my hand. I'm like, I'm not gonna crumple the bottom of this. I just pulled it right out the pack. That'd be facetious as heck. So I just went right to it. Get these out the way. Alrighty. I'm glad y'all don't care about these videos being a little bit longer. Oh, you know what? If I might even have to cut this video, like not cut it at all, but just go on my phone and delete some shit real fast. Cause I got 128 gigabytes, so I don't think I'm gonna be in trouble about it. Even a 2-hour video. But for the most part, I'm gonna try them out. I'm gonna actually, you know what I'll do? I'll just stop the video real fast after these couple packs and shit. It was an hour exact for a box. After these few packs, I'll just stop the video because I can go and delete it just in case. I guess it wouldn't matter though that much if it wouldn't matter. And I think I already deleted them on my phone anyway, so I ain't tripping. I forgot about that. Dudes in Hollywood, the bitches. What else do I have to cover? I'm kind of bantering at this point. I already explained like the main story and shit. I tried to explain it in full detail, but some things I had to leave out just for viewer discretions, I guess. Or viewer discretion would have been advised, more or less for mature audiences. I left it for. Just it's a lot, the process. If I'm telling you all this at one time, more or less, if you know me, it's not even nothing, and that's why I hope everyone sees it as you might care about me, whether it be as a celebrity or just or overall just as a person. But also realize if you didn't know me for music or for this content right here, then you're probably not gonna have the opinion on me that you do. I just like how people treat me that know me for years, but they hateful and shit. They just, it's like, as long as you here, I'm gonna still treat you like you don't have nothing as far as content out possible. And it might not always, not all the time. By the time, I didn't mean to say it so country, not all the time. It was still in South Country. It's not malice every single time that MALICE, not MALIS, no. Friggin' and it's like, somebody that's famous or one of y'all and shit that just can't say nothing out of, maybe what I call appreciation asphyxiation. In case the crumple got over my voice. Appreciation asphyxiation. So don't worry about it. I ain't tripping. But if you can talk, because nigga, I need to fuck up out here. Please talk. Please. I need to leave. Like, you can't understand. Imagine being in jail with $100 bail and you got sat and left there for 10 years. That's what it feels like every day. Like, oh, this is some bullshit. Like, I can't do this. I can't. Like, I can't keep waking up and doing this bullcrap. So, anyway, yeah, I got all my bitches at the crib without like coming off like I'm bragging. I'm trying to like really run through my family to let you know, like, if you don't see her, or if it seems like she with me and she don't say nothing, or if you don't see her after this, whatever, like, just know, like, I got some type of contact to her in case you're really, really worried about it. And one day you muster up the courage and say, hey, how you doing, by the way? But, where's motherfucking, I can't make nobody that really care about me hate me. Where's fucking J-Lo? Where the fuck is whoever? So, they're at the crib though. They're at the house. They chilling, trying to muster up the courage to speak, but maybe not the courage, but like just get the shakes off them and shit. I'm like, damn, I need to go. And I'm such a normal person that I'm like, this is wrong. This is wrong because I'm so real with y'all that I shouldn't be treated like the like I'm Thor with the hammer. I was telling Kim like I'm Thor with the hammer walking on the street and I'm giving you the royal, Norse friggin' Viking type of talk and stuff, and I'm, smiling and ha 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 and all of that. Like I'd understand at that point maybe but like anything close to normal you probably seen as far as like not as my nigga like you feel me like I'm the most normal nigga in the world, bro. Like I ain't in no type Hollywood. I ain't no type of, I don't say I'm not bougie, but I'm not bougie at all as far as like too good for some damn body. You could be from fucking, I don't know. You can come from any walk of life, and I probably could still, if not talk to you, at least I can probably tolerate you at the most, or at the least, yeah. So fucking yeah, just being stuck here. You got fame, you can't get paid because the government collusion and shit. They act like it's for good reasons and stuff, and it possibly could. But for me on my end, I ain't did nothing wrong for me to be like dealing with this situation. Let alone don't see it to be positive when I'm supposed to make money off my music and I can't make no money because y'all won't give me normal promotion that anyone else would get, and my shit is getting the views that I organically have are being blocked from people. So you don't go to the page and you don't turn around and say, oh right, Geki, oh shit, I forgot that shit was in here. You don't turn around and say, hey, like this is my guy. Like I watch him all the time. Why he ain't got, whatever how many views and we know, so it kind of like takes the mob mentality. I mean, it makes you go through mob mentality of like, all right, he ain't got no views. All right, well maybe I'm like the only person watching him or something. And then that's bullshit because you probably talk to 10 other people or something like that. That at least maybe one of them watch me or something like that on, if you're the other YouTuber and shit, um or music or whatever and shit. Hollywood, that's how they knew immediately. But let's just uh, so if you go and you both watch it and it pops up 0 views still, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, no, it mob mentality y'all to where like now you think ain't nobody watching and you ain't gonna say nothing because like you gonna come off like the only person fighting that battle. I'm the person to fight the battle with my damn self, and this is exactly what's happening now. Of whatever that you don't see Invisible War. Y'all know I had Invisible War. That's where that name came from. Is this Invisible War going on? So um I'm in the midst of like trying to get paid for something or whatever the case and shit, like music or just get home. And all right, can't get me home. All right, that's one dark hole. Can't get me home. Okay. All right, can't get me paid because government colluding. Okay, can't send me nothing from the government when I'm the one running the government. Okay, like it's just you start going on the list of shit. Like you cool with certain shit for a little bit of time. After a while, you like this is some motherfucker bullshit, and you start to notice that like CIA is basically compromised and motherfucking not to a point we can't like fix it, but genuinely this is a real problem and I'm gonna have to fix it by other means, which I've been working on for years and stuff. So y'all ain't got shit to worry about as far as like any threats or nothing. Don't worry, the Pharaoh's gonna win, so you ain't got shit to worry about at all. But if you was a half-ass bit of worry, just know I've been kicking this shit ass for a long time, and I don't plan on stopping no time soon until I go home. And even then, it's still, it's just even more game time. Then it's keeping me at my lowest basically, but it ain't got no control at the same time. And we're just kind of trying to. They're waiting it out, and I'm trying to wait them out too, as far as them not speaking or not being able to speak to me. And all of that ain't really the biggest deal, but it's the not being able to make no bread when you're supposed to be able to make bread. It's the not having normal when you're supposed to have normal. It's the I'm still in my city around motherfuckers that is you can't wait to if not take a shot because they ain't gonna say it never in person, but they just you can just tell a facetious ass person and they when they being facetious on top of it. So you just dealing with all that, going through the notion that a started problem. You figure out your family. You the most famous nigga in the world, and you can't make. Let me put these cards in the box. You can't get no money nowhere. Won't no businesses answer you because they even facing the same problem. Or they just rotting people and shit. So you are facing this real paradox of shit going on, and you was like, bruh, I was just fucking. I was TCG player before TCG player. Let's just say that, and friggin' the fuck, I can't get shit normal. And now you got your bitches. Now, okay, they could talk, but you didn't leave, which ain't fucking a problem. But it was just, these are things you gotta give yourself answers to and not even bother to ask. You probably could have, but whatever, we just didn't. And then you got the dudes that didn't say shit. And I still got, no, y'all just grab these. And then you got the dudes that won't say nothing. And you like, bruh, like, y'all was just gangsters in the street too. Like, what the fuck? Like, ain't nobody. So everything is just flustering the motherfucker. And here I go, opening a new box of cards for my birthday and shit that, nobody called me or nothing. Not to make nobody say, I'm fine, perfectly understand, nobody can speak, don't feel fucking bad and shit, you just can't fucking speak. It's not the biggest problem in the world or shit. Nothing I ain't dealt with for 10 years already, so ain't the biggest deal. And shit was normal at first. These people just let alone y'all, they just love me and shit. Like, I got the blood family over there that's been missing me for 30 years, 31 now. I got motherfucking, like real, like homies and shit in Hollywood. Let me put my wrist, and I didn't mean to do that just because I was speaking about the homies. It's been like in the cut the whole time. My arm don't reach all the way over there, so in case y'all wanted to see it. In the other videos, I had a little bit either better a camera angle or it was just, better setup where you could. Anyway, though, yeah. It gets all flustering for a second, but it ain't about none of this stuff. And birthdays or whatever, all that, it'd be fine because I grew up without not to make nobody sad, but I grew up without having birthday parties and shit. So we would throw them, but I didn't have like a lot of friends, and then I had like a bad friend growing up and shit, so he wouldn't show. After a while, I'm just like, this is too damn much. I'm standing up in case my voice sounds a little fake. I'm trying to put these hollows over here and not like damage them in no kind of way. Because I did just get a dark magician. And I called that shit before I did it. I just didn't tell nobody I called it. So I don't want to come off like a liar or nothing, but I really did call that shit. I'm like, watch I get dark magician, knowing that I'm going to get the other card out the set. And this might even be my last video. Like, I don't want to say ever, obviously not, but like it might be my last video for TBA because I can't guarantee that I'm either one gonna want to open any more product. I don't think I got anything else in there to open right now though. This is why I just grabbed these two bottles. I'm like, this is all I got left right now. I'm gonna open these. Did I want to at first? I was just gonna sell them whole, and I'm like, you know what? I can break these down. I'm pretty sure I could pull something. Luckily, I did. It was gonna be something, Head of Exodia or Red Eyes or something. But let's see what we get in this box. Let's see if we can get a blue eye out of this box. I thought I was gonna be a hollow. Either another Dark Magician or let's see if we can get a Blue Eyes or Head of Exodia, one or the other. Yeah, and everything was just frustrating for a long time. And still had to figure all this stuff out. So that's the long run of the story of a very kind of longer story short. Can't express everything. I wish I could, but it just know again, I got, oh shit, fuck. I didn't mean to fucking knock the camera all the way to the side and shit, my fault. My fault. I probably could just edit this shit out, but I don't like editing it. And y'all know how I be. I don't be caring about editing this shit. But if anything, I might even have to now because I'm not the way out of focus. Y'all might not hear this part, but if the camera angle, fuck. Now I can't get my camera angle back. Okay, we go. I don't know what I was talking about now. Oh, I don't know what I was talking about. Let's just get to the cards then, because I really don't remember now. It's talk for like an hour straight. This is no time. Talk for an hour straight for talk. Anyway, it ain't that serious. I explained the story. That's what I was trying to say. I explained it. It was a bunch of shit, and I'm still trying to remember if I forgot anything, but I don't think I did. To further banter though, just to keep y'all from not being bored and shit, I can explain maybe some of the stories and that y'all might not know from behind the scenes. Um, Me and Wayne battle, I won. That's why you don't see Wayne around anymore and shit. Me and Eminem battle, I won. So after that, he kind of just like took a back seat more or less. Like he, of course, then they could still rap and stuff. Like it's Eminem, and Wayne can still rap. Is Wayne, but of course we ain't got no like problems. I ain't got no. I don't think I got no beef with no rappers and nothing. And everybody is over there. I done burnt shit on my hand and shit the other day. Um, Everybody's over there kind of cool and shit. So it ain't ever gonna be no other problem with niggas and shit. And to the point to where the labels ain't even about to pay nobody to fake that shit because they know like this is everything is what it is and shit. So ain't nobody really like about to be on no bull crap. You won't see no more bull crap. And by the time I get home and you see me, maybe not behind my phone no more, and you see me on TV finally and shit, not on the show. Damn sure won't be on the show. I know that. I never was too fond of that shit in the first place. Just know, y'all could probably tell from recent years, I don't watch the show because like I'm looking at all these fucking gorgeous ass women and shit all damn day. I can't mentally, I can't be doing that and trying to do everything I be doing within a day and shit. So like I used to play them on the TV long before if not, no, I was famous I think while I was watching them on TV and shit because I was gone all the time when I was younger. But of course I'm in the studio, so I got the TV playing and stuff, and there's nothing on TV but them. If I'm gonna watch something, I'm gonna play some gorgeous women and shit. If there's nothing else like that, I usually watch. So they might be on the TV and I just let it rock out and shit, and they be playing like a marathon. But the way the show is set up, this is another story I want to explain. It's funny I brought it up. That and some people probably would wonder, but this is how much I be thinking about shit. It's just my family. That's it. I'm going home. I'm going to my house that I got with all my family in it and shit. And then once I'm home, I'm fucking home, and I'll probably be dropping videos from there. But other than that, you're gonna see, Lauren London and her big old fat ass freaking in either a sundress or, and I was saying some draw maybe, but I can't get that on video. I don't think not all that ass, no. In the back and shit like that. Again, whoever, Lauren London, fucking, Vanessa Bryant, any and everybody, they over there too. People know me and Lauren together though. That she's even not as a recent time, because beforehand it just be damn distasteful. But even Black Sam know and shit. So like, let's not get it fucked up like it's a secret at all. But yeah, nah, fucking anybody you could think of at the crib. Chanel, she ain't on the show no more. That is the clone. That's not anybody that had a fucking child within 7 years. I say is a fucking clone. I promise you. I fucking promise you. I promise it's a clone. And if it's not, it's some fucking fluke that bitch went flat ass broke and had to sell her. I ain't gonna say what she had to sell her car. She had to sell her car. Exactly, yeah. She had to find her means by other means and shit. But nah, that didn't happen. I had bread for, let alone as a recent, a long time, but which I can't get to. That's another thing. I got bread. These are things that I should put that clip of Max here. I swear. Y'all don't know Max B. The Max B is a funny nigga. He was a rapper, but he locked up right now. So we gotta get Max off. He doing, in case it sound crazy, y'all don't know Max B. Max doing like, I think they dropped it like, I think 15 more or something like that. He appealed it, but he was doing like 70 years. They tried to get Max. But nah, anyway, yeah, so between me not wanting to do the show like I was talking about, I'm not fucking with that shit because it was a bunch of fake ass shit. So the episodes y'all see, I think they had Chloe explaining one time of like, it's mostly scripted. It's you, another Raigeki, hey. You ain't really watching like a real day that they're having, more or less. It might be for like, most of the show, because it comes off like that a lot. And it's meant to, not to trick you, but because they are having so much of a normal day, and when they are recording, that anything that be scripted, you kind of got to fit it in to the point to where it don't look like it's scripted, because it's gonna throw off everything else. So if it looked like Love and Hip Hop when it went from, the Kardashians, you don't think the Kardashians is just gonna go from 0 to 100. So you kind of gotta make everything look a little bit like you kind of just ain't faking nothing. When you ain't trying to lie about the shit that's fake, it just makes the show a little bit better for you kind of not to know it's fake. That's what reality TV is. We all know reality TV fucking scripted. So I'm able to tell you from the I can speak. I'm telling you from a real nigga standpoint. I don't fuck with that shit. That shit's corny to me and fucking weird and shit. Not to for an actor to do it, but the fact that there's business behind it. There is real dollars behind people lying about what the fuck they do. I'm not no liar. It's not in my blood to fucking lie, so I'm not gonna be up there lying about shit. And if I'm gonna be up there, I'm telling the truth. And people just seem to not Hollywood people, but people love to seem to want to hide their lives. Genuinely, the people like to love to hide their lives. And I just told y'all earlier, I'm an open book. I'm not, no. So if I got to be stifled or not convert, but just basically be something I'm not or whatever, I'm not partaking in it. So if I'm too real for TV, cool. If the reality TV was just some bullshit and I finally, put an end to all of it, cool, whatever it is, I'm just not with the shit. So if y'all think anything negative of or toward one of my sisters, please let that shit go. And you still might kind of like, if you can't see who they are as people, because just like I guess everyone else in the world now does, if you don't see them as the people they truly genuinely is, negate the tape and shit, and negate the show and realize that like these is really like this is Kim is me. That's just I'm cloned from her. You feel me? So she did that in midst of trying to combat everything going, not like fucking selling nothing, so not selling her car, no, but as far as the legal business, it was to go to Vivid and shit, was her moving toward trying to get me back and shit. And so it wasn't out of no, this is what people won't know, it wasn't out of no nothing dark or nothing like that shit happened. It was because of way more good than possible dark. So you get on the show, she'll tell you like, oh, she took some E and it was really good. Like, no, she's fucking just giving y'all a little bit of hoo-ha because she didn't know, let alone they probably advised a little bit against it to say something blatantly. But as y'all can see, there's a fucking, if you go far enough back, you could find a picture of me and Kim on her page. I had it on mine, but you hear another hollow, I think. Yup, dark hole again. You could find a picture of us on there, and it's a blue picture. It's one of my mixtape covers, matter of fact. It's a picture of us with a blue background, and it's my face, and I'm wondering back then, like, how the fuck did they get that shit? And I couldn't figure that shit out for nothing. I'm like, fuck, but we already talking at this point and shit, but she, at the time, this is when she's still with Kanye, and I don't know if they had, let me say this, Kanye's an actual weirdo in real life. That's not fake. That ain't, yeah, that's something that, Chloe was our sister, yeah, just like Chloe was our sister, and Kanye acted normal. No, Kanye's really fucking weird, and Chloe is not technically our real sister, nor is Rob, but, I don't believe so. I could be technically wrong. That I know Kanye's really bugged the fuck up. I get there and find out that nigga been just that good of a damn actor. And no, not because he was around them. No. They don't. They good at reality TV. They not actors though. So they can fool. But at the end of the damn day, I don't even think they've been fooling nobody. I think everybody kind of seen past the little bit of an act and shit, and again seen them for who they was, and was just like, nah, this is just a TV show that is like a good show, instead of you watching it for some drama or something, and you're really looking at it for that shit and shit. But yeah, what else was there? The show, there's the rappers, there was the problem, there's me, there's Konami. I can talk about Konami real fast and get off the fame topic and shit, because I'm trying to like think of shit, but it's my life every day. And now I'm trying to bring it all back up, like I don't fucking just talk clean, not sweet nothing. I can't be non-explicit while I'm trying to say this, but I talk clean, fucking nasty to Taylor, fucking B, fucking Megan, motherfucking can't say the extra part, but I say real fat. But you know, all my bitches, I'll just be, you know, so I can't get up here and be like, oh yeah, and you know that, you know me and da 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 da. I'm like, nah, like she about to, she is watching this video right now. I'll be forgetting that like I'm kind of recorded. So. Yeah, and we all had a relationship for however long and shit. They organically happen. So like I've been with some longer than others and shit, and they all motherfucking my fault, yeah. My fault, yeah. I had to fix my motherfucking camera angle and shit real quick. But yeah, nah, it's just hard to explain all. I try to crack my nights, cause you waking up and it's like telling you know your homies about like your family members or something like that. You like oh yeah, and it's a lot. Konami, speaking of them, I told you I don't buy shit. But with these when you see things like these new formats, when you see you know cars that they just bullshit and shit, the effects is bullshit and shit. Just realize that fucking it's the same type of stuff going on while I'm here. That's a real long story short that I could say for y'all. But I will try to go into a little bit more about like things like the format that just dropped. That's bull crap again. Just let it be that you know. Basically, I don't know how to explain that one. It's just you can see what's going on. It ain't hard to tell. Konami done lost their motherfucking lid. Long story short, and that's all it is. Ain't too big of a motherfucking problem. A case of you done bumped your damn noggin syndrome. That's all it is. See what's in this pack. Nothing. I don't know. I don't say a couple of packs. What? I only got 2 hours out of this box so far. Oh, perfect. You know, I don't say segue. Um, again, a clone. Taylor Swift's not with fucking Jason Kelsey. That's a clone. When them clones is motherfucking is again. Don't be on anything. IG, no nothing. Shit, TV, nothing. Don't fuck with electronics. Don't fuck with you know Hollywood per se right now. Wait till I get there and I can tell y'all like, all right, it's fine again. Please don't fucking bother with that shit. Um, and I'm also not counting that some of y'all might actually do know me from my music career. I would tell y'all specifically who I am as a musician or, you know, whatever artist, whichever you call me. But it just makes shit a lot simpler when I'm on this camera and I already got Konami like a fucking like a rat in a fucking in the wall or some shit. Just you like, all right, I don't see it right now, and then turn around and shit like fucking no. So it I don't know. It was seems like it's a lot, but it's really not. That's why I want to explain to people so don't think like, oh my gosh, this is I was normal before I was famous. I'm normal still while I'm famous, and I don't got the spectacles that everybody else got right now. So I ain't got the you know the brand new car. I ain't got friggin' you know the money falling out my pockets. Even though I should, I have money. That's why I was gonna finish saying yeah, my fault. And I can't get to it right now. Can't nobody talk to me. So I'm whatever I can make here as far as business and shit, what I make, but. I do got a lot of bread though. I got a lot of money. Can't get to it right now, but it's fine. I guess I ain't really like in super need of nothing and shit. Bro. Be cool to have it. Be cool to be open to first edition LOB instead of Korean Unlimited, but it ain't. I ain't. This is pretty much just as fun. By the time you spend $40,000, that's why, bruh. If Ruxin, if you watch, I can't do it, nigga. Every time I see like a box of LOB first edition or anything close to like probably 20,000, I don't know what else might come that close in price. Anything over like 9,000 probably exactly. I can't even watch somebody do that to themselves. I'm like, oh, this is painful. Because even if he make all his bread back, this to know somebody just spent that on, let alone cards. Period. I wouldn't give a damn if you bought like 100 boxes or something. That's a lot of bread to be spending on cards. So when I see a nigga opening one box, I can't do it. It's like seeing a nigga like get stabbed or some shit. You like, nah, I can't do that, bro. I can't fucking do it. So for the most part, I'll go and watch them when it's like live or something. And I can sit there and it's not all negative to me at that point because I can kind of just like talk to them if need be. Other than that though, I'll be like, oh shit, he opened the LOB, and then right before I'm like, yeah, but he spent $40,000 on that shit. If not 40, then whatever wave your gloss he might cost right now or whatever he might can get them for and shit. That's still a lot of damn money to be spending on car blood. I'm like, ooh, no, 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 no. And I don't know anybody else that opened LOB before. I don't think I've seen nobody open none that expensive than none. So I'm like, nah, I can't do that, bro. But I say I care about you as a person. I cannot do that shit. I'm being funny, but dead ass serious at the same time, bro. That's a lot of bread. And I'm also a nigga that'll spend like a good grip on something, knowing I might not really make shit back. Like, so 40 might not be nothing to Russell, though. So he ain't really tripping. But I fuck around and spend like 400, and I don't make it back. I ain't tripping either. But like 40,000, So $1,000 packs you opening this shit. That's crazy. And shout out to him though for being able to do that. That's cool. I will be opening these unlimited boxes. Not no more actually, because I done pulled Dark Magician and I apologize, y'all. My camera angle is really like garbage right now, but so I probably won't open a little bit. I probably wouldn't even like buy a first edition box at this point now. I did it on camera. If it wasn't on camera, I probably just kept buying them. That's why I'm not opening them because it's still like the same thing. Pull rate's pretty much the freaking same, So in case anybody that ain't a Yugi tour watching it, one of the other celebrities or some shit. I hate to like single y'all niggas out, but I know what the fuck I mean. What was I just talking about? Oh, pull rate is it could vary and shit depending on the region that you get in the cars in, but for these Korean boxes and shit, it's pretty much the same as any American box. In case y'all wondering and stuff, you feel me? It's the same fun or like the same high, I guess you would call it, but it ain't really the same price you gonna get back or nothing. So to each his own. I don't mind pulling a Korean when they put it in the binder. It's the same thing to me. I ain't gonna front. And this is just Korean. Our cars are worth more, but these are just the Korean unlimited versions. Or you paying like probably 30 for an unlimited pack at LOB right now, I think. That's still crazy. So what that 40 a pack, so 10. I ain't good at math. I ain't never been good at math. Um, how many is that if you spend 30? That's 300 every 10, 36. 1,200 for a box of unlimited, bro. Like that's crazy. I would Russell, brother, you gonna be the only one doing that shit. Cause I swear, as soon as I get home, if I didn't pull Dark Magician, I'd have definitely had to open up a box of LOB. But as soon as I get home, I send them to y'all to do it. Cause I can give a fuck like the bread at that point. But nah. Knowing at one point I didn't have 40,000 to spend on that shit, hell nah, I can't do that shit. That shit like hurt my heart to see a nigga do that shit. If you pull blue eyes, then it's all good. But just the anticipation until you do is like. How much is with the fucking? There's a lot of sets worth a lot of bread now that I'm trying to run through the list to tell everybody else that shit that might not watch Yu-Gi-Oh. Tactical Evolution, that one's worth a lot. I don't know how much a box is exactly. I think a pack is about the same, but it's like first edition though. So A box probably varies. I don't know if you paid it. Maybe you are paying the same price. What we get? Guy feels like I almost fucking fuck guy up as soon as. Tactical Evolution might even be cheaper than that. I don't know. Can you get a box? Yeah, you can get a box Tactical Evolution. The one with Cyber and Dragon on the front. That's Tactical Evolution. If I'm not wrong with the name, I don't think I am. Excuse me, I'm lying. I'm thinking Cybernetic Revolution. And then the one with Rainbow Dragon on the front is it? I could be wrong about the one with Cyber and Dragon on it too. It's a bunch of old info and shit I'm trying to like bring back up on an instant. Anyway, let me get back to open these damn cards. Tactical Evolution and motherfucking Cybernetic. It's gotta be, yeah, it's gotta be. So one had Rainbow Dragon, one had Cyber and Dragon. These GX series cards. Then you got ones like Phantom, the one where you bet on Phantom Menace or something like that. Phantom something. Fucking or Nightmare. So I don't know what the fuck that shit is called. It's something Crit Poly. It's something half-ass, whatever and shit. But that set worth a little bit and shit. Of course, anything that was a main character's card, you know, the one with Elemental Hero Flame Wingman. I know all of these cards. Like if I grab my phone to look these up right now, I'll remember everything. But I can't think of these friggin' names for these sets right now. Not Elemental Rising, but it's something close to that with Flame Wingman. That's worth a lot. A whole bunch of shit, you know. Oh, Striking Neos, that's the other one that's worth, you know, bread. The one I opened up with this one, this shit, the Korean version. That's the highest other one. Along with the obvious other ones and shit that the Yugi tubes would know that I can't think of. Like Gladiator Saw, that one's worth a lot. Tactical Evolution, Cybernetic Revolution, if that's the name. I'm not even like anticipating it because you can already see it by the time, and I'm not trying to like do the professional pull right now because I'm just like, man, F all that. So I'm sitting there looking at these cards like, what the fuck am I going to use these here? Okay. No, I didn't get it. I'm bugging, bro. It's like morning time. You can hear people going to work and shit right now. I'm at work, so I might not get paid for the YouTube views, obviously, but it is what it is, though. I make the bread back with the car. And the video just comes with it. Of course, I don't leave y'all without the content. I couldn't do that. Oh, on the ends of that, yeah, here, I'll do a professional pull real fast. Let's hope we get a blue eye. Let's aim for blue eyes, right? Or another Dark Magician, y'all. Watch it be head of his audio, though. Friggin' yeah, not getting paid and shit from the videos stuff. It's fine for the most part. I ain't really mad, but it sucks. Just like you can't get your own damn money. It's like, you know, anybody ever had to like cancel a card or something like that. Now you can't get your bread and shit. You gotta wait for the card in the mail. It's just the same principle almost, except you just won't get your card yet. That's what it's like dealing with the government. Long story short, sure. They cool though. It's more cool people than it's bad. Some people got clones and shit that's working for them and stuff. Cause it's like I said, stay away from people. You don't know who the fuck really is like who. For you to know what their energy is like and shit. So just stay away from people. People be bad people and shit, bro. Let me try to slide my hand over a little bit and do this a little bit better the last couple packs. Nothing. Oh, is there any more stories I can think of? Sure. I don't think so. That's pretty much everything that I could try to run through for y'all to let y'all know. Like, it's hard to be famous and know like who you are, at least to maybe your fan base and stuff, and then turn around and be like, you know, I'm whoever, but you know, don't treat me like that. Treat me like, you know, I'm your friend from your city and shit. Like it's kind of hard to tell somebody to do that. So I understand. I'm not mad. I've been dealing with it for a long time. It ain't nothing y'all done did that I ain't seen on the other side and shit. So it's it ain't it ain't even like a serious situation. It's just like, ooh, this is not something you can mentally process all the time. Like, this is really nerve wracking on me. I'm telling y'all, I ain't tripping. That's what I'm saying. So make sure y'all know too, cause I know that shit probably it be eating at all my people that like, damn, I wonder how a nigga feel about this shit. And you ain't wrong for thinking that, cause I should be fuming. I think I just got dark edition again. Okay, I swear I saw something. I did. It probably was Dark World throwing it up. It's stressful, yeah, but I ain't stressed out. And they stressed out because they like, damn, blood, like it's been 10 years. He might understand, but it's still, that's a long time to just not speak to a nigga and shit. Even if he understand us, specifically why we can't speak individually, it doesn't matter. That's a long ass time. Blue Eye, come on now. See what I think of any more shit. I don't got any like personal relationships with any like I got homies that I ain't gonna like put on camera right now cause they from the streets too. And I don't know what they might got going on in the street for any possible law enforcement to be on the other side of me watching this shit, and I bring their name up. Now they want to investigate them and shit for fucking, well, for literally nothing. It ain't like I don't got FBI legitimately, like they cool and shit, but I just ain't gonna possibly incriminate no damn body, so I'll leave the homies' names out of it. But yeah, I got homies and shit. I got people that's not famous that's like in contact with my people and shit, and they know me on a personal level and shit. So again, realize that I'm sitting here like still me, not this ain't I ain't transformed into nobody because I got famous. You feel what I'm saying? Like my life did not. I didn't forget, you know, what yesterday was like the day before you were famous. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so I'm still the same person and shit. And I'm a real person, so I ain't gonna change up on you and shit out of nowhere. You ain't got to worry about that. So just imagine like one of your, you know, somebody you knew, like this ain't never been like a bad person to you, nah. And now, you know, he kind of going through this and shit, and you just don't know what to say, or you looking at somebody that you do know, and you like, damn, like, okay, I understand your situation, or you can see it from my perspective, like, blood, if you only knew the humble beginnings, more or less, you know, it maybe more or less humble, but the humble beginnings, though, compared to, you know, I'm waking up and now you a Kardashian, you famous, you got this music people love, you got this content people love, and now I'm just, let me tra la la through my day and just, you know, be the superhero and not give a damn about shit that everybody else care about. Like that shit is a crazy concept, and it's a challenge in different ways. That's what I'm saying. Let's just go to it. Anyone can read Korean, they know what this is already, and I don't know what it is. Trihorn Dragon, we got that yet? Left arm, or right arm, excuse me. A kind of rough and special. I just went right to it. I'm passing it. I got like 10, 11 bags. I sold 2 out of hour each box. Yo, shout out to Trip. He made how long was it? A 12-hour video or 14-hour video explaining, which is a good thing he did that for them people and stuff, because I don't know if I could do, well, I don't say anything, but you know, to be able to sit for 14 or even over the length of a day to like process something. I don't have a license. I could drive very well, but don't got no license, so I don't know how long like your permit school whatever takes. I think it's like 5 hours or something like that. 5-hour course, yeah, I think that's what it's called. and that seems almost impossible to do. But yeah, he taught them people how to play. I think it's Mr. Rugi and stuff like that. So shout out to him for doing that. I'm on the side of like, on my own personal side, I'm like, man, shit, like, let them people just play a match and, get to know Yu-Gi-Oh cards. But it's great that I do know how this meta is going, and you're probably better off with somebody that you can, if you see them as the better duelist and you would like to be mentored by them, it's probably better for you to ask somebody what's the best way to play. More or less try to, if this just ain't your field of like being the best of duelists, and whether that challenges you or you just realize what I'm trying to tell you and shit. Then great that again somebody like Triff is teaching people, because I can see where the meta's going. That's why I was gonna explain this too. Funny, I'd segue to it. Seeing how shit is going on Master Duel and knowing how the meta's about to go with cards and the formats that they drop, and that it doesn't apply to me, that doesn't go to tournaments or nothing, but that at least right now, that it's not good. You're gonna see a bunch of people trying to fucking do the same things, but just playing 20 card combos instead of 15 and shit, playing for the whole 20 minutes or whatever fuck a turn goes for, instead of it being 10 playing Rise or something like that. And I'm seeing that happen, and I'm just like, oh yeah, I don't want to be a part of that at all, so I'm just gonna not play this game for a little bit, because this is bullcrap. It was already bad enough when the effects were crazy and you got 5+ negates or something like that off of a normal hand, not even like nothing extra crazy or nothing. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? When I seen, I think I just cracked my knuckle in case y'all wondering my fault. When I seen Rival or Mal, which I don't know which one, I'm like, oh yeah, I got to say something, because this is gonna get even worse, and this is bad enough. And I don't want to play against all of that no more, as far as like dealing with waiting for mad long, all these crazy ass combos and effects that I'm gonna beat it, but like, who feels like doing all that extra thinking to play this game? You trying to have fun. And this is the meta. That's the problem I'm trying to like make clear of. Like, this ain't a deck. This ain't a few cards. This ain't one person that formulated this deck. This is fucking the game itself. I'm not doing this bullcrap, man. I stopped playing Yu-Gi-Oh! When 5Ds came out. Shout out to Kazuki and shit, but we wasn't jacking 5D because the show was alright. But then you get to playing the game, and they had speed counters, which they tried to reintroduce as something else to try to, make Konami look like they never fucked up before. When Kazuki was more than willing to be like, shit, y'all don't fuck with it, just don't play it. You feel me? That's why they starting to come out with all these formats and shit. Probably that's the reason why we have Edison and Go format. The funniest part of Edison being, synchros and shit, right? Not when Fusions came out, when Jaden and them was playing. That's not Edison. No, that's still counted like OG technically. And Edison's supposed to be like after Stardust and shit like that. That's Edison and all that. Junk Warrior and shit. But they know what the fuck they doing. Anyway, so you get something like that, and what was I going with it? With OG and Edison, the formats and shit. The game just messed up. I'm not even gonna go back and try to remember what I said. The game messed up. That's all. Bunch of bullcrap going on with Master Duel Susu. For the last, I don't know how long, it's been some bullcrap for real. The whole meta had the TCG, the Master Duel, everything been bullcrap, They patch my cards out. I don't even tell y'all. Like, pot of greed. Watch me get a Monster Reborn. That'd be cool. Like spell card. Speaking of, damn, I keep doing that. I might as well try to keep segueing. I remember more. I'm just tired of, so I usually probably be a little bit better. I got another pack in here too. I never see. That spell card Monster Reborn is a quick play, basically a quick play Monster Reborn. That's it. You just don't get the effects of the monster and can't attack for a turn, or the effects and the attack for a turn, but you get the effect after that. And it went from, okay, it plays out the hand first turn, so if a person, say somebody Ash Blossoms, you can negate Ash Blossom with it, but it might not chain that way, and I don't know, they probably cut that out or whatever. halfway during, like, you know, before anyone noticed it. But when I started to play the card, it played out your hand perfectly fine. So no matter what basically happened, if something goes to the grave, you can grab it. Now you can't play it out your hand. They patched that part out first. Then after they patched that, now you can't activate it like pretty much at all. I'll say this without having to explain every patch they did. I couldn't use it to bring my monster that was in the grave out of the grave for, I mean, zero reason. It was zero reason. Nothing. They patched the card to the point to where if you was to play the same deck, you couldn't have played the card the same. And I'm saying like, bro, I know what the fuck this card does. So I'm like, oh my fucking goodness. Now I can't use that card, which is a really fucking good card that nobody else used because, you know, Konami sees it, turns around, and now you got these business dealings that I don't be seeing. And when you turn around, it just be like, what the fuck, like. And you have that spell card Monster Reborn. So now when you have like Collusive Konami or something like that, and you could be kicking ass with it, instead of them just being like, oh, we got either, you know, they're not supposed to be combating me, nigga. The show is made about me. This is me, nigga. Come on now, just you don't see the black skin until Dawn Duel and shit. But it ain't about a half black and a half white kid. So it's the point. Yeah. I don't know. Oh, you deal with the backdoor deals, and then you just don't know what to do after that. They're not supposed to be doing that shit. Get on Master doing your card, just don't activate also. Like, what the fuck? Like, oh, hell no. Bet not they just spent some ultra rare points on that shit. Nah. Or ultimate, excuse me. I'll be calling them ultra rare sometimes. Y'all know what I mean. The UR points. Blue eyes? Nope. Hand. It's wild. It's wild. I stopped using it basically. That's all. I didn't even tell y'all. That Gravekeeper spy, that shit, that shit, it'd be stuff like that. It'll patch something in or it'll patch something out. It'd be a bad patch, and now you just dealing with a glitch, or you dealing with a patch and they patch your shit out. Now your card don't work. Like, this is so fucking bullshit. It's alright, don't answer. And I also, that's part of the reason why I was saying I might not post no more video, because if I don't buy nothing to open, then I probably won't be on Master Duel. I ain't even worried about not doing the, what's it called again. Y'all see me do the Fusion tournament. I did not plan on that happening, let alone, I think I finished another tournament since then. But the Synchro tournament, I was winning toward the end too, and I just stopped because I was done with that shit. I stopped. I got mad, not mad, but I stopped. I got tired of playing people playing like ridiculous ass synchros and shit, and they was you know, people get to like looking shit up on whatever on how to play certain decks, or they might even have like a formula they own or something. Now you just playing a fucking 20-minute hand against you. I'm like, I don't feel like doing all this, bro. So I stopped playing that one, and then the most recent one, not this one, but whatever was before that I showed y'all. Shit, if it wasn't Synchro Cut, which it might have been, then it was, yeah, the same shit. Oh, WCQ, yeah, the World Championships. I'm like, I can't even get to wherever, Paris or whatever. I can't get there right now, not without my bread or my damn plane or whatever. So I didn't even bother with that shit. Let alone didn't give a fuck to finish the shit in the first place. Nigga, I'm me. I should be there as the host. The fuck, like, or just a free ride, whatever, you know. And you getting colluded against your own by your own company and shit. So now I got Konami. I pretty much owning this shit, but because you know it's a long story with that one. I ain't gonna explain all that, but yeah, we got it for the most part. Supposed to be cool over there, but you just don't know who be working all the time. It don't be nobody I'm cool with. Always some fucking somebody that the reasons of why fucking Upper Deck and between Upper Deck and Ultra Pro, whichever one they don't use no more. Shit like that happens, and a Kazuki Takahashi or me is like, nigga, what the fuck is going? Blatant. If you don't know the Shonen Jump controversy and shit, they printed that flame. It's the Flame Wingman scandal with the fucking gold stick or whatever and shit. They'll do some backdoor ass shit that you like, nah, this wasn't. You gonna play this off like this shit was like, you know, whatever. But ultimately, this shit look, let alone look, they was blatantly caught that time. I'm not there to catch them like Kazuki did, so I don't be knowing what the fuck be happening, and they be trying to like kind of come off like it wasn't like either against me or it was one of my people that did it, and it probably wasn't. So just like how Kazuki is gonna eventually figure out, Shonen Jump printed a Flame Wingman and he didn't sign off on it, he's gonna look in the book and then be like, what the fuck is this gold sticker? So even if you could have got the silver sticker, why would you print it with the gold one? Knowing eventually he's gonna look one day. So now Upper Deck or Ultra Pro, whichever one that they don't go with no more, I forgot. They don't have no business with Yu-Gi-Oh no more. Lost out on all that money because you want to try to do some dickhead shit under the table real fast without consulting the nigga that owns the IP. You dead ass illegal in the first damn place. Let's act like they don't care about illegal. I don't, but in this case, yeah, because this is just being wrong. This ain't nothing in the streets, no nothing. That happens, and then turn around. Now this is happening. It's just no surprise. Long story short, like, holy fucking shit. Anyway, last pack, y'all. I'll go over the highlights of the boxes one more time, even though I'm pretty sure I remember. Blue Eyes, give me my... Nope, no Blue Eyes. Did I already... Obviously, I got it, but I already got all the rares out of here, so that's weird. Maybe I did, you feel me? Maybe I did. Yeah, I did. Alright, whatever. Oh, we got decent pulls out of here, though. Yeah, Right Arm, Trap Hole, Poly, Gaia, Dark Hole, right? He's gonna get the other cards pretty fast. We got Dark Magician. Let me see. Another Red Flag. Another Dark Hole, another Raigeki. Another Trap Hole. Dark Magician. Another Poly. That wasn't bad. 2 boxes at all. Excuse me for having to like damn to repeat myself. If not at least once. It's the story I'm trying to think of and not miss out on no details. So I'm really like, and I'm sitting here running closely off of no food. I got Red Bull behind me. I didn't even bother to sip this whole time trying to open these packs. So I'm going off of that. I ain't ate from earlier. I was drinking earlier, didn't eat on top of it necessarily. I ate right before I came out. I'm lying. And I was damn on E by the time I came out here. It's like 5:30 in the morning or something like that. And even if you don't mind the banter, I usually can explain some shit a little bit better. But I'm half-ass on everything right now. So if this is the last video, probably I don't know until I get home maybe. Then don't fret. I don't plan on being here forever, let alone much longer in the first place. Let's hope I go home today, if anything. Did all that talking in the hopes of maybe while y'all watch this after maybe one day or whatever, like realize if you could get past the mental any hoops that you might see of whatever, there is a real person on the other side of the image that you have of me, that if you talk to that person, you gonna realize that like, oh shit, I might got him fucked up a little bit as far as like that's got me fucked up right now, if anything. But now like, I might got him fucked up right now. Like, damn, this nigga really is a chill nigga, and he don't really be like giving you the celebrity act. So there's no reason to like be like, oh shit, I don't know any celebrities that will give you the Hollywood act and just, but they kind of, some of them probably just a little bit overzealous, over. I don't know if overzealous is the right word, but probably over happy and shit because they rich and famous and shit. So they might come off like whatever, but they mostly cool. And if you meet me, you'll realize like, oh, he ain't Hollywood at all. Like this shit ain't got to his head or nothing. He don't give a fuck. So much as I give a fuck, y'all should probably give a fuck, and y'all probably do. But if you could just realize, Atem to his people before he was the pharaoh to, everyone in Domino City. So if this was the last video, if y'all do end up interacting, speaking, maybe seeing me one day, I don't want to say out because you don't live in my city and I don't live in like New York City or nothing, but I don't know, whatever our interactions may be, you ain't got to be scared. And if that's what's been holding y'all back, you're going to feel like you've been irrational the whole time. And you finally get to meet the dude they made the cartoon after and shit. But other than that, I'll either be here or you'll see me when I get home and shit. And until next video, until the next episode of Yu-Gi-Oh, I guess I won't see y'all. I can't say I'll see you next video. So until then, yeah, I'm out.